Well, I'm actually worked more with newcomers. Even Kangana was a newcomer. Kunal Kim was a newcomer.
Yeah.
Adyan Suman. I've always cast for the film. मैं फिल्म की कास्टिंग के दौरान वो देखता हूँ कि who's right for it. Why would I cast him because he's related to Ananya Panday? How is that a reason to cast anybody? I mean, if he, that would not suit the purpose. आपने देखा होगा कि the role is not a very easy part. Malang cannot be made a sequel without Aditya Roy Kapoor or Disha or Anil sir. Or like Kim will come and go, but you cannot make a sequel without him.
आलिया के साथ आपने फिल्म नहीं बनाई
Because I don't think I've found a script that is good enough for her. Yeah, she's not just a big star. I can never misuse that equation.
टेलीचक्कर पे सबको मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्कार। मैं हूँ रसल डिसल्वा। आज हमारे साथ है हिंदी सिनेमा के एक ऐसे फिल्म मेकर जो रोमांस, सस्पेंस, ट्रेजेडी, हार्ट ब्रेक सारी चीज़ों को बखूबी से बैलेंस करते हैं। मोहित सूरी, welcome to our channel.
Thank you so much, Russell.
Pleasure talking to you. It's always been a pleasure talking to you. And I feel that आपको हमेशा रोमांटिक टैग दिया जाता है, एक रोमांटिक डायरेक्टर, a director of heartbreaks, a director of tragic love stories, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं वो आपको लिमिट किया जाता है क्योंकि आपका अगर रेpertoire देखेंगे उसमें सस्पेंस भी है, उसमें हॉरर भी है. बट आर यू फाइन विद दिस टैग?
But to be honest, Russell, वो सारी फिल्में जिनकी आप बात करो जिसमें हॉरर भी है, जिसमें थ्रिलर भी है,
जहर, कलयुग, मलंग,
पर उसमें एक स्ट्रॉन्ग लव स्टोरी भी है.
वो तो है.
तो आई थिंक ये गलत नहीं होगा अगर आप कहोगे कि जो कहानी में सस्पेंस है, मलंग की ले लो, इट्स एसेंशियली अ लव स्टोरी आल्सो. यंग फ्रेश एनर्जेटिक लव स्टोरी आल्सो. चाहे आप राज भी देख लो, देयर इज अ सर्टेन लव स्टोरी एंगल टू इट. आई एम ओके विद द फैक्ट कि आप एक लव का टैग डालते हो, but I think that's what interesting about love. It can happen in different shapes, sizes, worlds, structures, scenarios. और चाहे वो एक वॉर में हो, चाहे वो एक हिस्टोरिकल फिल्म में हो, चाहे वो एक सस्पेंस ड्रामा में हो, लव इज an easy genre to mix everything with.
True. In fact, some time before, आपने खुद ही कहा कि सायरा आपकी आशिकी ट्री के लिए स्टोरी ट्री.
Saiyaara, नहीं, I didn't say it that way. Actually, the thing is, मुझे obviously they offered me to direct the sequel for Ashiki.
Yeah.
और मैं उस वक्त विलन में भी बिजी था, whatever. No, but एक आइडिया था जो उस टाइम सैयारा एक आइडिया था मेरे पास जो सैयारा की कहानी बाद में बननी. But they were in a hurry. They wanted to start it sooner.
Okay.
They wanted to announce it. और मेरा personal ये belief था कि I didn't want to go into it so soon. तो इसलिए मैं I gracefully moved out and I think they went to Anurag, though I really respect him as a director. He had a story, I didn't.
He has your blessings for the franchise.
No, he doesn't need my blessings. He's my senior. I've assisted him. तो उन्होंने he is a great director, I think. तो उनके पास कहानी थी, this that one, but many I generally don't like to announce without having a script. फिर my friend Lavranjan met me और उन्होंने पूछा कि वो कहानी क्या थी जो तुम सोच रहे थे. तो मैंने उनको ये आइडिया नरेट किया. तो ही वाज द वन हु टोल्ड मी कि दिस शुड बी मेड इनटू अ फिल्म. इट्स डजंट डिपेंड ऑन आशिकी और व्हाटएवर, एंड आई एम सो ग्लैड ही पुश्ड मी टू डू दैट. तो करते करते वो द जर्म केम स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम देयर, बट इट बिकेम सैयारा.
So people are focused on the newcomers in the film, Ahaan Panday, Aneet Padda. लेकिन this is not your first time working with newcomers. I think so that Imran Hashmi was fairly new when he was introduced to cinema.
In fact, all the people I worked with,
Kapoor, Aditya Roy Kapoor. So when you're working with newcomers, is there something different that you do as a director as opposed to working with people who have fairly experienced in acting?
Well, I've actually worked more with newcomers. Even Kangana was a newcomer. Kunal Kim was a newcomer. Adyan Suman. I've always cast for the film. मैं फिल्म की कास्टिंग के दौरान वो देखता हूँ कि who's right for it. I almost went wrong with this film to cast established people, but ये फैक्ट था कि ये फिल्म की कास्टिंग की रिक्वायरमेंट थी कि वो 20 साल से 25 साल की उम्र के लोग होने चाहिए. और इट वाज आदि सो मेड मी रियलाइज कि ये योर कास्टिंग रिक्वायर्स न्यू पीपल, नॉट एस्टैब्लिश्ड पीपल. बिटवीन मी एंड दिस कंपनी they could have got anyone in this industry, but I'm giving them the credit for that. But the fact is they want to be authentic to this film and say you needed newcomers. And that is why we have two very talented people playing part in it. Do I do anything different? No, yaar, it's about being honest to your film. What would be different to do अगर मैं कोई 35-40 year old का कि कास्टिंग करता और उसको डीएज करना पड़ता, उसकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज को.
हमारे सिनेमा में तो कई बार हुआ है, कुछ होता है, 3 इडियट्स.
या आई थिंक बट वो सीरियस में की स्क्रीन प्ले थी कि दे नीडेड बोथ एज ग्रुप्स.
हाँ,
क्योंकि प्रेजेंट टाइम भी था, एक पास्ट भी था, तो उसमें इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है. बट आई हैड माय फिल्म इज ओनली अबाउट दिस एज ग्रुप.
ओके.
So I think what was important is if this film was about a star who is, in fact, Ashiki was a film that actually required a person who's already successful, जो downfall पे.
Yes.
This film is a person who's not seen success yet and wants to see success. So he's fighting for success. So we needed a newcomer who had not seen success till now. And I think that's why Ahaan and Aneet are the most perfect cast for this.
Before Adi sir had this conversation with you, आपके ज़हन में क्या चल रहा था कास्टिंग को लेकर?
तो क्या होता है, एक फिल्म मेकर जब अपने आप को इतना एक स्क्रिप्ट में डाल देता है ना, उसको लगता है कि कैसे भी करके ये पिक्चर बननी चाहिए यार. और उस वक्त हालात ऐसे थे कि उस कोविड के चीज़ें बैंक सेलेबल, बैंकेबल, ओटीटी कुछ प्राइस देता है, दिस दैट एंड ऑल. शायद मोस्ट प्रोड्यूसर्स इन दिस इंडस्ट्री वुड हैव आस्क्ड मी टू कम विद अ रेडी स्टार कास्ट. It was only Adi sir and Akshay Vidani who had the confidence कि नहीं यार, be honest to the film and get what is right for the film. We don't need to work with, they work with the biggest stars.
Yes.
So they didn't have to prove that. They said no, be honest, and I thanked them for that. तो मेरे ज़हन में ये था कि I could get, you know, some of the people that I'd worked with before to act in the film, or they would do it because I have a great relation with all of them. But that would be wrong for the film because I would be spending more energy to make them look young and behave like this than on the script. True. And the matter.
Ahaan Panday ki casting came with a complete clean slate, or was there any kind of at the back of your mind, okay, he is related to Ananya Panday?
Why would I cast him because he's related to Ananya Panday? How is that a reason to cast anybody? I mean, that would not suit the purpose. आपने देखा होगा कि the role is not a very easy part.
Yeah, the trailer shows that.
Yeah, and I don't think even Ananya has done something like this closely.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I think I required somebody who had an emotional depth to khud ka tha. After seeing a lot of auditions and everything, I was still not convinced. Until Adi sir told me to just go out with him for dinner one night.
Oh.
And to close the chapter and say, nahi yaar, nahi ho raha tere saath. And when we went out that night, I told him, stop calling me Mohit. Stop calling me sir and call me Mohit. He started calling me bro. And by the end, bro karte hue, we went out all night. And at 3 o'clock in the night, I remember, suddenly I saw him behaving like Krish.
Achha.
The character of my film.
So it's outside the audition, that is real audition.
Yeah, it's when the audition actually happened.
This reminds me a bit of Sean Connery's audition when he was cast for Dr. No.
I don't know about this, but I think that's
very similar. The producers, Harry Broccoli and all, met him over lunch. They wanted to cast Frank Sinatra or somebody first. Or Cary Grant.
Oh really? I didn't know this story. Yeah. So yeah, he went out, and in the night then he was sitting on the bar, not on the chair, on top of the bar.
You all looked like you all had a really good time.
Yeah, we had a good time. And then I was like, yeah, he is the character now.
Okay.
And that's when it came alive. That's how the magic of movies are, I think.
Yes.
And you should not, that's how you make a movie. It's not a thing that you do on the set. Films are made outside the set.
True.
The set they just executed.
True.
And Aneet, yes, I saw so many auditions of hers, so many auditions of other people and this, but something was not right. But suddenly I met this girl from Amritsar who had auditioned on a mobile phone and sent it, and a self-audition. And then obviously Shanu auditioned, and this credit I give Shanu Sharma and all, but even her first meeting was disastrous. When she came in a yellow dress and blow-dried hair and all that, I said, but this is not what I wanted to cast.
Okay.
But there I remember Ahaan was taking over the scenario, and he was, really, he was there with me when I met her, and then he said, no, I'm telling you she's good, she's had a bad day, I know this, just give her one more chance, meet her one more time. And this time I told her, just come how you are. So she came in a white loose shirt and jeans. And if you notice in the trailer, there's one shot of her like that.
Yes.
And that's when and I said, come how you are. The problem with us is, people put so much pressure of how they're supposed to behave like heroines. Then they stop being
them
themselves.
As real characters.
Yeah, stop behaving like themselves. And I think that's what I needed for actually, I'm not blaming them. They didn't know my script. They didn't know my story. So they didn't know what I was looking for.
Speaking about the rest of the films, some of them are personally also among my favorite films. Ek Villain, Kalyug, Malang. I love these films. In fact, it may come as a surprise to you, but your favorite film of mine is Malang. more than ek villain, more than Kalyug, more than Ashiki.
I can notice. I can notice with the way you dress and the vibe.
Give me a very Korean thriller feel to that film.
Yeah.
And you never expected what was coming with Kunal Khemu's character.
Yeah.
Yes, you never expected that. Coming to that, some of your you are good in sequels. Even though you didn't direct Ashiki 2, even though you didn't direct the first Ras, then Ras 2, then Ek Villain Returns, you made both. Any thoughts of the next film in the Ek Villain series? I know you had spoken about Balang 2 some
Yes,
time
but
ago.
I think that also has got a lot to do with the producers and what they want to do next. I think. I know Love is making a sequel for De De Pyar De, so I'm not sure whether he's in the mood of making more sequels. But whenever he wants, I'm available. For Malang.
And what about Ek Villain?
Again, Ekta would want to make it, and then I would definitely do it.
I think so. That considering the considering what you call it, the popularity, the hook of the franchise, I think there's a great.
I'm not a person who pretends to know business and market trends.
Despite your films being so successful.
Yeah, I just know how to do my job, and that's making movies. I think I'm decently good at that. And if someone asks me to do it, I know I can do that. I don't know how to do the trade part of it and stuff. But yeah, Malang cannot be made a sequel without Aditya Roy Kapoor or Disha or Anil Sir or like Kemu will come and go, but you cannot make a sequel without them.
When you see the people who you kind of, took them under your wing and gave them that first, that big push, be it Imran Hashmi, be it Shraddha Kapoor, you like kind of mentored them at the early stage and now you see where they are. As a mentor, what's the kind of?
I don't think you can really create talent, honestly. You can't create a star. It's always there in the sky. You have to find it, you have to discover it. I didn't create these guys, I didn't mentor them, I just discovered them. I was just the route to reach their stardom. They would have reached there anyway. Whether it's Shraddha Kapoor, whether it's. And all of them worked in their first or second film with me.
Yes.
Whether it was Kangana, whether it was Siddharth Malhotra. And I'm in touch with all of them. I'm very close to all of them. And I'm very fond of all of them. But that's what anything. You can discover talent, you cannot create it.
You have kept, since they were discoveries, just a feeling you have kept a look at the rest of the films, Shraddha, Siddharth, Imran, Kangana, you have been.
No, I don't keep a look at theirs. I'm very happy for their success and I talk to them all the time. Now I keep teasing Shraddha Kapoor and calling her superstar Shraddha Kapoor.
She is.
Yeah, she is. But she keeps laughing at that because I've known her since nobody knew her. When we went for Ashiki shoot, I was getting mobbed more than Ali and Shraddha. Because I was famous, so I keep joking with them, and I forget it sometimes. But that I give it to her. She never made me feel. She never behaved like a star with me. She's still that girl who has vada pav from the road.
She doesn't really behave like that with
anyone. Yeah. Yes. She's still that same. And go to a house and she'll give you thecha and she'll give you dal bhat and.
She's a Marathi mulki.
Yeah, totally. And that's what I love about her. Same thing with Aditya. He's still the same guy. Chill at his place and. I probably might meet him today in the evening. They're all close friends. And Imran till today, whenever I go to meet him, he was my first hero, my first star.
Yes.
My bigger brother. When I meet him, he never talks to me about films. He only talks to me about the family. He'll ask me about my kids, but he'll not talk to me about my work. That's what I love about them.
I think of these, Shraddha stardom, I feel is the most important. I'll tell you why. We haven't had a big female superstar since Deepika Padukone. The one who can on her own merit get people to theatre. They do not need a hero with them. Finally, we are seeing that with Alia and Shraddha both. There's been a considerable since 2015. How important it is for the return of that big female superstar like Deepika, Sridevi, Madhuri, Madhubala. We haven't had many of them.
Well, I don't know how things works for the industry, man. I don't know what's important for them. I only know how to make my own films.
You make your films very well.
So I can't take a judge on what is important for the industry and what is important. I'm just very happy for her success and Alia's too because of it being family. I'm glad that they're both very talented people and they deserve all the success they get.
Speaking of family, Alia के साथ अपने film नहीं बनाया अब तक.
Because I don't think I've found a script that is good enough for her. She's not just a big star. I can never misuse that equation. Unless I don't have a script that is good enough for her, I will never misuse that equation.
She's more than happy. She's wanting to do that.
I would never know that till I've never offered it because I've never had a script that I feel is good enough for her. and she has the right to say no because besides being a big star, she's a great actor.
Yeah.
So if she feels something's not up her alley, she has all the right to say no to that.
Make a film with Alia and Shraddha together, no?
I should have a
क्या
script.
film होगी
You
यार?
can't make a film like this, Russell, because of you want to work with two people. Unless you have a story that
So
you
you
want
never
to tell.
write a script thinking about the cast only. You just begin with the story. That's your process.
Totally.
Okay.
I've never done that. I've never written a film for somebody.
Your entire, I would say probably 70-75% of your career has been with Vishesh Films, Mahesh sir and Mukesh sir, and you all have given some memorable movies in that. If a chance of the three of you all collaborating again.
I don't know if Mahesh and Mukesh ji are working together anymore. I'm not sure about that. The whole big collab. But I would love to work with my cousin Vishesh, who's now running Vishesh Films. He's someone I'm very close to, and he's my younger brother. So he's someone I can be, and he really appreciates my work and has been very supportive all through the years. So I would always like to work with him.
And ever you've had a conversation with Mahesh sir about him returning to the, because he has been one of our most legendary directors, him returning to the director's chair. If you ever you told him, come on, you need to make another film, people would love that.
No, we don't talk about all that. We talk very often. In fact, when he saw the trailer, he was the first person who called me. I speak to him every 10 days, 7 days. I have to talk to him because he is my mentor. But he pretty much feels he's done enough. He thinks he can do much more by contributing to our lives than making films himself. And I think he's right about that.
And if there is a film, one film of Mahesh sir's, if you would get a chance to remake,
I can't remake his
not
films.
even one.
I can't remake his films because there's an emotional depth in it which is very personal. He's told me so many films he wanted me to make. And I said, sir, I can't do
Which would those be?
There's a film called Janam. That was his, and I said, but sir, I can't do it. It's too personal. It's too emotional and personal for you. I have not lived that kind of thing. Those were not films. They were what Mahesh Bhatt lived.
They were classics.
Yeah, but they made it small budgets, this, that, and everything. But he just made those films with his heart, and you cannot recreate those films.
I know. But in your direction style, I see a hint of Mahesh Bhatt always.
I hope so.
Yes.
That's a compliment, I would say.
Thank you so much, Mohit.
Thank you so much, Russell.
Lovely talking to you as always, and I wish you all the best for Saiyaara.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.